These are 10 reasons.
Why we love Sarasota, Florida. Our first reason, or my first reason, but I'm sure you'll agree to this one, is all the different downtowns that Sarasota has to offer.
I disagree. I hate it.
We have the main Sarasota downtown, which is pretty cool. Very artistic. There's a lot of like culture and different murals and
The architecture itself isn't, yeah.
Yeah, and the Performing Arts Center.
It's probably my favorite downtown of all their downtowns,
Yeah.
personally. It's got a little bit of a bigger city feel to it, too.
Yes, and it's very walkable as well. We also have the St. Herman Circle, which that's a little more upscale, so I think that's why you don't like it as much.
I like it. I like it just as much as the other, as Siesta Key Village, which is the other one.
Yeah.
I put them about even. They're just different.
Different, yeah, very, very different. And Siesta Key Village is pretty cool too. It's kind of like a little island downtown, so
Yeah, it's a little more tropical and somewhat touristy.
Yeah.
And then you also got like the Gulf Gate,
yeah.
one. I like that one a lot. That's actually probably my second favorite actually now.
Yeah.
I want to spend some more time there. I feel like we don't spend enough time there hanging out and like going to restaurants and stuff.
Seen from it, I kind of like it reminds me of Englewood a little bit, like Englewood's downtown.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Little
like
similar but different.
Florida almost, like charm.
Yeah. And then you also got Southside Village and Fruitville Commons. So there's a lot to pick from, and that doesn't even include one of our other favorite things about Sarah, which is our second favorite thing.
Sarah.
Did I say Sarah?
Yeah.
About Sarah Soda. It's a person named Sarah, last name Soda. The UTC shopping area. Yeah. So that's not really a downtown. It's a mall, but then it's kind
like
of
a town center almost.
Yeah, it's more of a town center. It's almost like a downtown-ish hub with lots of shopping, restaurants. The whole mall is 2 stories, all kinds of stuff in there. Like all your shopping needs ever should be met within that area, probably, I would think.
Yeah.
So I think that area is something that's really awesome about Sarasota that we drive to frequently.
Yeah, you can make a day out of it too by just going shopping and then eating at one of the restaurants. There's a lot of restaurants there.
Yeah, Fresh Kitchen is my personal favorite. Every time we're like in the air, like we gotta go to Fresh Kitchen. So there you go. There's a recommendation.
Cheesecake Factory.
Well, Cheesecake Factory is a very close second. I like Fresh Kitchen because it's like I know I can count on it. Like it's pretty healthy, so I don't feel so bad about eating it all the time.
Another thing we love about Sarasota is Siesta Key Beach. It is an amazing beach. My favorite beach, I would say, probably in the Gulf Coast. And
not the United States?
I haven't been to that many.
Actually, you have now, though. You've probably been to at least
in Florida.
30. Yeah, but okay, in Florida, though. Is it your favorite Florida beach?
Yeah, probably.
There you go.
The only thing that I would change about Siesta Key, it's like having like restaurants or like little like eating areas, you know, like
nearby
shacks. Yeah.
You kind of have to walk a little bit further, probably even drive to get to Siesta Key Village. And then it's got the powdered sugar sand, which is kind of what makes it famous. And it's just a huge beach. Really, really, really big and free parking lot.
Huge parking lot.
But even then, it still does get full during season, even in the summer sometimes. So something to keep in mind, get there early or, wait for a parking spot. So that's
later in the day too. I've noticed that we can get parking usually pretty easily.
Yeah. Our fourth thing that we love about Sarasota is that it's got a nice mix as far as the size. It's kind of big city-ish in some ways, but it's not too big. You get some pockets that have a little bit more of a country feel. You got some of the HOA communities. You've got kind of that big city feel if you live in like the downtown area to pick from, and just the city as a whole. It's got a very nice. For me, I like that medium-sized feel to it. It doesn't feel too big, too overwhelming, but it doesn't also feel like there's not enough to do.
Yeah, and there is, I would say, quite a lot to do in the downtown area and, surrounding areas with all the shopping, all the restaurants. And yeah, it's kind of like that big city meets small town.
Yeah.
Which we love that because we don't... Like big cities are cool to maybe go on vacation and like hang out for a day or two, but after a while you kind of like go back to a small town and it's like refreshing.
Yeah, for sure.
Reason number 5 why we love Sarasota is with that small town / big city is that the traffic is not like completely overwhelming. I mean, there can be a lot of traffic, especially during season, but it's not like Orlando or Miami where you have a lot of traffic and you feel like you could get in an accident because there are so many driving styles. People drive, some drive aggressive, some drive like don't know where they're going. So Sarasota's traffic, I would say it's pretty predictable. So you don't feel like, even though there is a lot of traffic sometimes, like you don't feel like you are going to get in a crash.
Yeah, and just to put things in perspective, like there are some times on 75 in the rush hours where all of a sudden it'll come to a stop. So that's something you should be aware of. And like, especially when you're closer to like Siesta Key or like on Tamiami and some of the busier roads and intersections, there will be, you know, slowdowns, backups, congestion. So it's not like it's, like she said, it's not completely small town, but it's still better than most other really big cities like Miami, Orlando, or if you want to talk outside of the state of Florida, like something in Cali or New York.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta, like way better in Sarasota. So just to put things in perspective as far as that goes. Number 6 is kind of a weird one, but I just love this about a lot of my favorite Florida cities. I like driving over the bridges and seeing the views, just the views of the water and just, I don't know, the feeling of like going like over a bridge and all of a sudden now I'm on Siesta Key, this own little, you know, little landmass, and I go over a bridge and now I'm in St. Armand Circle. There's just something about that I find fun. It just,
you can see the difference too, like between the city, like St. Armand Circle and Siesta Key are part of Sarasota, but going across the bridge, like it's almost like you're in a different city or a different island, which it is an island, but it just the feel of it is so much more different.
Yeah, and there's just something fun about that. It just the view is beautiful. It even if you've been living there, you're just like, wow, that's a spectacular view. I feel like I'm very lucky just to be here right now.
Yeah.
And there's just something fun about all of a sudden, okay, now I'm on this little landmass. I don't know. It's just really unique, and I like that a lot about it.
Reason number 7 why we love Sarasota is because if you've been watching us for a while, you know we love food. And Sarasota has a lot of different grocery stores. They have a Trader Joe's, they have Whole Foods Market.
Get the raspberry oat bars. They're amazing.
They are amazing. Or learn how to make them yourself and make them a little bit healthier, which is what we do now sometimes. They also have Sam's Club, Costco, and
BJ's. We haven't been there.
BJ's, yeah, which is kind of like a Sam's Club from what I've heard, Sam's Club / Costco. And they also have like Walmart, Neighborhood Market, Aldi, Publix, which is a staple in Florida.
Yeah. I think having the Whole Foods and the Trader Joe's and the Neighborhood Market, like those 3 to me are like really nice and stand out because you don't get those in every city.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the other ones, like, you know, Aldi, yeah, most cities got a Walmart, most cities, but some of those more exclusive ones, I think it's awesome to have those.
Yeah.
Number 8 reason we love Sarasota is restaurants. It has some of the most highly rated restaurants in all of Florida, especially when you put it in context of the size of the city and the population. There's a lot of great places that we just kind of try it on a whim. Like, what was that Thai place? I don't remember what it was. It was in the downtown. It was amazing. There's Fresh Kitchen, which I already mentioned. You got Mellow Mushroom, which we keep hearing is amazing pizza. We still haven't tried.
Latin American cuisines galore.
Yeah, and
Not galore, but there is quite a bit.
Yeah, and just overall, they have a pretty good variety of different types of cuisine. So if you want to try something a little different, they've got something new. What was the one? Was it Fork and Hen or something like that?
Yeah.
That was really good. And there's a bunch more. It's definitely worth exploring, checking it out. There's so much different stuff to try in the area. Just go crazy is what we're saying.
Reason number 9 why we love Sarasota is all the different coffee shops. Especially in the downtown area, there is quite a few. Some are like American style, but there is like a couple French Italian style ones where they also serve like Italian ice.
We're really bad at remembering the names of them.
Yeah.
The only one I can remember the name is O&A, and then there was another one that we went there once together, and I went there a second time when I had jury duty, which is always awesome. And I can't remember the name of it. It was just around, it was like a half a mile from the courthouse, but that was really good too. And I got some sort of a breakfast burrito or something like that there too. I don't remember what it was, a sandwich I think, but that was really good too. But yeah.
Yeah, and what I like too about it is not all the coffee shops, but some will have ice cream too. So if you're not in the mood for coffee, you can always get ice cream or Italian ice, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think it's just fun too that they have like, it's always cool to go to a coffee shop that's a little more local and unique and you can't really get anywhere else. And yeah, a lot of them are located right in the big downtown area, which I don't know, it's just something fun about getting something coffee in those areas, because us being small town folk, getting coffee with big buildings around, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of fun.
It's different.
Yeah. Number 10 reason we love Sarasota is there's actually a lot to do outside of just shopping and restaurants. You got the Moat Aquarium area. You know, you've got all the stuff you can do with the beaches. You can head south to where we live in Venice, where you can hunt for prehistoric shark teeth, tons of seashells on our beaches. You've got the Sarasota Jungle Gardens. Pretty close by, you've got the Wild Cat Rescue.
And also all the different cities that are within driving distance, like Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers. You're located in a very unique and great area, I would say, to, you know, easily get on 75 and drive either south or north, whatever you want to go. So that's pretty cool having access to that.
And actually, you know, where Sarasota sits and where like Disney and like Universal sits, you can get to a lot of that stuff in under a 2-hour drive at the right time of day. At a bad time of day, it could be 2.5 hours, maybe a little more. So even that's not too bad. It's doable for a day trip. And then they've also got the Ringling Museum as well.
Oh, yes.
That was the other one I was trying to think of, and it didn't come top of mind. And you can go there for free on Mondays. So something to keep in mind. More stuff to do than like where we live in Venice, as far as, you know, those sorts of attractions that are a little bit bigger, you know, having a somewhat of a zoo and things like that, or a museum.
Yeah, having like more of big city things to do. They also have the Opera House downtown. Shelby Gardens too, it's pretty popular, which that's more in Osprey, but technically it's Sarasota still.
Oh, and we didn't even mention all the state parks. If you just had a little south, you got the Oscar Scherer State Park, and then you also got the Mayaca River State Park. So if you're into nature and that's more your speed, they got that. If you like all that stuff, then you got all that stuff to do. And actually, we went to the Moat Aquarium. That was really cool. Actually, it was better than we expected. I wouldn't quite put it on SeaWorld's level, because SeaWorld's a little bit more, you know, attractions and like tons of stuff there. But Moat was really cool because you could actually get very hands-on and like touch all kinds of sea creatures and stuff, which is kind of weird at first. And then after you do, like, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun for adults too. I think Moat Aquarium, it's more directed towards kids, but I don't know, we had fun too.
We're kids.
Yeah, we're kids at heart.
If you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Sarasota area,
make sure to call, text, or email us. I am a local realtor here, 941-221-1897.
Call or text at any time, whether you're looking to move in the next few days or the next few months. We'll always have your back.
Hit the like button, subscribe, turn all notifications on, and
live breezy.